When you watch some of the protests that are going on, a lot of foul language is used, and which is quite sad. My father always said that foul language was what people that didn't have words resorted to. So when you lose the ability to speak out of frustration, you begin to use foul language, and it is foul, and whether or not it becomes widely used or not is irrelevant. It's foul language is foul language, and the Prophet ﷺ said that one of the signs of the latter days, he said that يظهر الفحش والتفحش. He said foul language would become widespread, and he said tafahush, which means people intentionally using foul language. So it's not out of frustration; they're actually using it intentionally to create an effect. Because some people use it simply because it's what comes to mind, but other people will use it out of a type of artifice, like almost a rhetorical technique. And so when communication breaks down, people resort to other means to get their message across. So the breakdown of language leads to violence. That's simply what happens. When people aren't being heard and their grievances are not being addressed, they will resort to violence. Wars occur because of breakdowns in communication. So when you want a society that is a civil society, which is the goal, it should be the goal of every human society, to have civility and gentleness, the idea of adab, comportment, and just courtesy, which was foundational to the Prophet ﷺ's teaching. Then you need to have communication, and that's why language was so important. But language is very complicated. It's far more complicated than most people actually realize, because words have nuances, they have multiple meanings. What did you mean by that when you use that word? Text problems occur all the time. In fact, emoticons were introduced to try to help that problem, because people would take text personally and not realize the person was being ironic.